Buenas and Hafadi. So today, barring any interruptions, this will be a direct upload and not a Facebook live video. I'm gonna show you guys how to make this earring. I'll zoom in a minute. So this earring is actually really easy to make. Once you learn the start, you should understand the finish, the tinituhon and the hinitsum. Once you learn the tinituhon, or the opening, or the beginning, then you're going to be able to do it. And it's just a 4-strand round braid, simple weave or single weave over under. What we use like on the handles of purses and stuff. And then you can do more than just 4 strands, but then that's up to you to figure out the tinituhon, and it's different. So I was requested to demonstrate this one or explain it, and I'll show you the materials we're going to work with, and I'll hold it closer. But you need something like this. It's just costume jewelry, usually surgical steel or stainless steel. You can get nicer material, but it's going to be hidden. I guess particularly for the earring post. Some people may be allergic to sterling silver or surgical steel, stainless steel, so they'll require gold. Whew. Alternatively, you can weave a ring and then attach a gold earring wire. That would be a cheaper alternative to getting a whole hoop that's made out of 14 karat gold or 20 karat gold. That's the only real consideration. And size. Anything less than 1.5 inch ring with this size material I'm going to use today is difficult. You have to weave it finer and more strands. It's the curvature of the band which allows me to use this size strip on this project. So the one we're doing today is like a 3-inch hoop earring. And I have the extra card here with the extra earring that I'm going to use today. And I'll show you up close these two things and then the material we're going to use. So I'm going to change position and show you the tinituhon, or the start. And then we will begin weaving. And my chickens, I don't know why, they always, hey fan, that's not your chicken that's getting attacked by a rooster. So here's the hoop. And this is a 2-tone pattern which produces, because of the 4 strands that we're weaving, a spiral coloration. Okay. If you use a single color, you'll just get a regular pattern, okay? So, you'll need 2 long strips of material in 2 colors. Or 1 color, doesn't matter. And the tinituhon for this, I recommend at least 18 inches for this size hoop. So these are longer than 18 inches. And you're going to fold them in half. Okay? And for the tinituhon for this one, this leaf is not super dark brown on one end. That's okay. So what you're going to do is you have one here in half, and you're going to face it this direction. Then you're going to take the other one that's bent in half already. These leaves, man. When you're working behind the camera, it's extremely hard. Holy mac. Okay. I'm all set up. So this is how you start it. You have one set of strips facing this way. Then you're going to open it. And you're going to have the second strip facing the opposite direction. You're going to put the top one inside and the bottom one on the bottom. And you should have something that looks like this. Then you're going to take the open earring. You're going to put the post through so that it's in between these two folded ends. Okay? You're going to pull this tight. And if you need a clothespin or a peg or a clippy clip, you may obtain that now. I'll grab my scissors too. Okay. So now I have this earring post going through, and then I'm just gonna, you don't need it, right? Well, if you need it, use it. I'm gonna take my clip and I'm just gonna pinch right at the edge just to hold it. Oh, my strips are inside out. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So now you'll notice that the right facing one in my view, this one, is over. And this one is under. So, hold on. It's kind of hard when you have a camera in the way. There we go. So now what you're going to do is, since this one is over, or I mean, no, sorry. Let's start all over. Since this left facing one is under this one, that means that he has to go over the next one. So the one that I bring up from this side, the left side, will go under him, therefore making him over. And then this one, this guy here, I'm going to bring him over this one because he needs to be under in the next move, and then I'll crisscross the two in the middle. Now this is your start. Always 4 on each side. We started from 2 strips, made them into 4 by folding them halfway point, and then we arranged them so they look like a 4-strand braid. But in reality we'll be doing a round braid. So I took the clip off just now so that I can pull them tight because they're loose. And what I want to do is I want to cover this little thing here on the bottom. So I'll slide him in there as best I can. Then I'll pull tight. And this is just part of refining your piece. So pull each, so hold one side, pull tight. Do this one, pull tight. And it should be better. Then I will close this hook. Oops. Put this back over, close that, so it'll give room for my clip to come in. Now he's holding it over that thing I want to be covered. And then I'm going to adjust my camera a little so I don't have to strain. Okay, now this is the way this 4-strand braid works if you're not familiar. Now that you have 4 strands, if you started the color pattern properly, every time you weave you'll get this twisted pattern. So in the middle, as you can see, the left facing one is under and the right facing one, which is brown, is on top. So that means when you see the middle like this, you look at the middle and it tells you which side to pull from. And when I say pull, I mean take the next one, go through the earring, and go on top. That's all you have to do. So if the one on top is facing to the right in a 4-strand braid, this is particularly for 4-strand, it may apply to other numerations, but that means you get from the left side. So I'm going to take from the left side, go through the earring hoop, and when I say left side, it's always the bottom one, closest to your hand. I'm going to go and get the bottom left side, bring it under and between these two, and then wrap it around. Then I'm going to grab all 4 and pull tight, but pull downwards around the ring. And we will still need to tighten this in the beginning when we're first starting out. This will make your beginning be very clean and impressive. Well, my work is not impressive, but so now we look at the middle again, and we see that the one that's facing to the left is on top. So that means I'll go to the right side or the opposite side, bring it through the earring hoop. I'm gonna turn it sideways so you can, sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring this one through the loop. Okay, then I'm gonna turn it back around so you can see I have brought it through the loop. Then I'll go in between these two, and I'm not folding it, I'm just wrapping it around. Then I'll pull it, and then I'll pull it tight downwards around this loop, and then I'll do the same thing again. The one facing to the right is on top, so I'll grab the one on the left, go through the earring hoop, and then pull it tight. If your leaves are stiff, especially because you're using harakeke, there could be tips to do this easier. So I'm going to speed up my process, and then I'll slow down again and let you see what I've done so far. But don't work with excessively wet material, because even with åkgak, if I do that and it's excessively wet, it will be larger, and then when it dries out, or it'll be swollen, and then oh, and just take any of my tips with a grain of salt, because I have not experienced harakeke with the exception of a few times, and that was already dry, and I reconstituted it in a technique that we use for åkgak, but and I wove my bracelet and ring, but and they came out pretty good, I think, or okay. And so you can use several of your techniques to make maybe this easier. When I wove my ring, I thinned out the leaves. I removed the bottom and the cell wall, the bottom layer and the cell wall, to produce a thin material. And then, or if you have a variety of harakeke, that is naturally thinner, it might be more aligned with this kind of project. See how I'm pulling down like this around the loop? This gets the outer circumference of the weave looking nice and uniform. The inside might be a little crimped, or not crimped, compressed. But if you apply even tension throughout the weave and ensure that you're tightening it along the way, it should be good. This one is a little dry from being in the house. I'm just gonna moisten it real quick. Be right back. Okay, sorry for that slight pause in the entertainment factor of this video. So here we go. Gonna keep weaving. The two in the middle, if you look, the right facing one is on top, so I'll grab from the left, bring it around, right, left, right, left. And if you can see, our pattern is already starting to take shape. It looks like it's twisting around itself, two colors. And occasionally I see the leaves again. This brown leaf has some interesting tiger striping. I'll show you up close. It has some horizontal striping that I don't normally see on åkgak. Very interesting, even this side. I don't know if you can really see that up close, but it has some interesting pattern. Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna try and speed this up a little so that we can get to the closing before too long. Okay. Okay. And also when I'm pulling downwards, I don't normally think about this kind of stuff when I weave, I just do it. But I'm not pulling straight down, okay? Like this. I'm not pulling straight down. I'm pulling down and forwards to cause the weave to stay tight, or allow the weave to stay tight but take the shape of the round object that I'm weaving. It's like how we cover handles, purse handles and bag handles. If there's a filler usually on the inside of pandanus rope or coir or coconut fiber rope, and then, or even nylon rope if you know, have that lying around. So then I'm pulling like downwards, but making sure that this weave is tight to cover the metal band. I take this clip off because it's getting in the way, and turn it around. Okay, here we go. When you're near the end, you're gonna need to lock it back onto itself. Or you could just wrap the end with cordage and then sew it off. You know, it's up to you how you finish it, really. Since this isn't a traditional item, I'm a little more lax with my students in how to start and finish. But the technique for finishing it is just the reverse of starting it. So you could essentially revert back into what you had earlier by going in reverse, and I will show you that. Okay, here we are. We're nearing the final stretch. And I'm going to slow down and show you the technique one more time in case you need a refresher. But you can always rewind or restart this video. Okay, here we are again. So if you look in the center 2, the center V, the right facing one is on top. So that means I must grab from the left, bring it, flip it around between these two, rotating it around the core or the earring hoop and on top. Then I adjust the weave so it's good. Then I get from the opposite side, go through the earring hoop between these two, rotate it around on top. Pull it tight. And then I'll speed up again so I can get to the end. You have a little bit of play with this weave. Should also have a little play with åkgak, or with harakeke. And then, but, so this is how you need to end. You need to end right at the tip here. You don't have to. It's up to you. But what I'm gonna say is you don't have to finish your weave right there, because you can actually stretch this out a little bit. There's a little bit of play, and you can actually like drag it this way. Watch, I'll show you. You could, but if your project works out in the end, see, I just hit the. But that being said, I think I can go one more weave. Nope. One more weave is too far. So I'm where I need to be. So here's how we continue. So when you're at the 4 thing like this, okay, and you're already ready to go to the next one, what you need to do is you need to end where the same color is touching in the middle, on the middle V, okay? And then you will unfold those two, but only the one that's on top, and then you're gonna align the two like this. See? So that their dull sides are touching. And when you do that, these two, their dull sides will be touching as well. I'll show you one more time. When you're in the 4-strand weaving process stage, and the 2 in the middle are the color you want to end on, which is white or brown. It doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, if you've gotten to the end of your earring, you really want to try and end your weave where the 2 colors are at the same row. So both of the white ones are in the middle V, and both of the brown ones are on the outer V. Then you take the one that's on top, you undo the weave, and then you align the 2 dull sides together. And then on the opposite side too, you align the 2 dull sides of the brown ones. Okay? And that looks to me like we have enough material to cover all the way to the end. Okay, now here's how you lock it. So if you look at my weave, this side is on top. If I rotate it around, the white strip, and this side, the white strip is underneath the brown strip, you see? So this is the one, we don't want to weave this. We're going to leave about a ½ an inch left, cut it off. Okay, then we're going to take this long one, and we don't need this excess, okay? So I'm going to cut and leave 6 inches on, and cut it at an angle. Okay. Now I'm going to take this long one, and I'm going to bend it onto itself, and put it under this brown one. Then I'm going to leave it loose like this, okay? Then, if you want to make it more secure for the time being, you can take your peg or your clippy clip. If I didn't put it back, oh, it's on my, it's right there. And you can put it here, okay? And that will keep this one from coming out. Now all you have to do is, taking your tool for inserting leaves into your weave, you just follow where this one wants to go. You see? It's pretty simple. You just follow the leaf that it's on top of. Then you open up the weave of the brown, or the other color, or the same color, doesn't matter. Then you pull it gently, and making sure not to crimp this, just like gently help it through using your tools. There. Then just give it a nice little tug. It won't go through because we still got to feed this through, but we left this long, and I'll explain why, and this long for a reason. We're only going to do 2 right now. So I'm going to open up the next one in sequence, insert this, okay, now we're done. So now we're gonna take this, we're gonna trim this one too now. Same thing. The one that's underneath the opposite color, this is the one we're gonna trim ½ an inch. This one 6 inches or so. we're going to lightly put it in here, or I mean lightly, only a little bit, and then we're gonna stop. Okay, put the clip back on the brown. Now we're gonna handle the white one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this short one tight because we may have loosened it in the process of feeding the long one through. Okay, and I'm gonna trim it, but making very certain that I don't trim this looped one. Okay, get that out of the way, give her a trim, and then I'm gonna pull it tight. This ensures you have a very clean weave. Okay, then you massage it, give it another tug, then we'll do this one next. Okay, but first we're gonna insert it one more time. Take your weave opening tool, open up this white one gently. Don't want to tear the weave after all this hard work. Insert, oh, I'm not in the picture. Open up the weave gently, insert the tip of this strip, then pull it through carefully. You don't want to crimp it. All that hard work. Happy trees. Bob Ross. Okay, now we just want to trim this guy here, this 1/2 incher. Now to pull tight. Morning! Merry Christmas! I thought we're off today. Oh. You scared me. Yeah. Give me a minute. I thought she was staying in Saipan. Oh. Oh, I see. So there you go. And you see this little tip here. You just...
I heard you were doing the Hawaiian dance.
Hawaiian dance? There, look. Now it's covered. See? I just massage from here all the way to here. And it's covered. So now we just trim this. And this one. And then we have 2 earrings. There we go. And they're matching. Oh. Except the ends. It must have got twisted somehow. We'll figure it out now. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's 34 minutes long. Hi, Zulus. Okay. Kia ora and si Zulus maase for watching.